If you don't know anything about her, she's a stellar dancer. Yeah, she's got some moves. Actually, one of the first times we really just hung out was in Phil and Julie's basement. Everyone, I think we had Bible study or something. And I'm asking her to teach me some moves. She truly has become like a sister to me. And so excited to hear from Nienke. Feel like a team.
Yeah, Nienke.
Well, hi everyone, my name is Nienke. I am a junior on the field hockey team. So a month ago, they asked, Lauren and Hannah, they asked me to share my testimony, and I was like, heck no. I'm foreign, so English is not my first language. But yeah, here I am. If I tell you I've been nervous since they asked me, I'm shaking right now too. But I'm here because I really wanted to share my story with you all. I am from the Netherlands, not from the US. Didn't really grow up knowing God. As far as I know, my family is not religious, or anyone in my community is religious. Maybe I went to church like once or twice, but was basically it. So my freshman year, came to the US, big difference, came from the Netherlands, really small, went to the US, everything is big. I struggled a lot my freshman year fall season. I had a hard time fitting in with the team, especially my grade. We were just a little bit different, and I was really trying to seek their approval, but not really getting it, and that hurted me a lot. Field hockey wise, doing great, playing full games, practice was great, but I was really struggling with the fact I was not fitting in, didn't really have friends. I came here alone and didn't got along with many people. Well, I got along with many people, but not how I wanted it. So felt really alone. I became actually really unhappy. So I remember one time after my season, I remember Caleb, Lauren, and Mo. Mo's my teammate. She was already involved with AIA, but they came to our team. They were like, tell me about AIA, what it is, what they do. And everyone's response of my team was kind of like, what? God, that's weird, no. So me as a foreign girl that tries to fit in was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna write down my name on the connection card. So I didn't do that, but I kind of was really struggling and got really curious to get to know more about AIA. So I reached out to Mo, asked if I could come to an AIA meeting, so went. Was really nervous, probably as I am now, but I was like, I'm not religious, don't know anything about God, I don't belong here. But the moment I stepped in this room, everyone was so welcoming, they were loving, they were kind, and they were really interested in me, which I've really missed my whole fall semester. So, and I even remember going through some verses, never touched the Bible, so I was like, okay, but we had group discussions after, and we had such a deep conversation about what we just read, and I love to have deep conversations, and I didn't know I could have a deep conversation with Americans, I'm sorry, but I just didn't have it with the fall, and I had it there, and I was like, I need to come back. So, came back, started meeting with Lauren and Mo, going over the booklet, just learning about God, who he is, what he does. I was really curious, I like to learn, so my whole sophomore year, got involved with AIA, kept on meeting with Lauren, became really good friends with Hannah, and talked a lot about God and learned about him, but even my sophomore year, I struggled a lot, even wanted to transfer, kept, stayed here, don't know why, but I didn't really use God in my life. It was the only times I was with Christian people I talked about him and I thought about him, but in other moments I never really thought about him, which was kind of upsetting for me because I really wanted to, but I didn't. So last semester, my junior year, I was even struggling more than my freshman and sophomore year. I started having really bad sleeping problems, didn't sleep at all, had really bad stomach problems like a reflux. So started to have really bad mood swings, really feeling alone, and I started to become depressed. I was seeing a psychiatrist, and ended up being diagnosed with depression. I'm still being treated for depression right now. But next to that, I also started to fall back into some of my old habits of my eating disorder. As many of you don't know, I had an eating disorder when I was 12. I had anorexia, and I fought it for almost 3 years. And you probably don't know, but if you have an eating disorder, then you mostly never get off of it. It will go to the background, but you will always be thinking about what you're eating. So yeah, that became a really big problem last year. I just got really scared to eat again. So last semester wasn't going great. I just got really depressed, really feeling alone, and I made a huge mistake, which caused me so much shame and guilt that I was too scared to tell anyone about it because I didn't want people to judge me. I didn't want people to think different of me. But this, all the shame and guilt I had about myself, made me punish myself a lot. And even that one day I didn't want to live anymore and had suicidal thoughts. Sorry. So that just really scared me, but I got aware of it, and I knew with those suicidal thoughts that I was in a darker place than I was, so I needed help. And luckily I opened up to my family, to my close friends, basically started confessing my sins that I was so scared of because I didn't want to be judged. But being able to share anything I did, confessing what I did, but also actually how unhappy I've been a lot of the time here, just made me start thinking about why I'm still being here and why I'm still doing it. So over winter break, went back to the Netherlands, my family, and I decided to quit here at MSU and go home, which I am going home tomorrow. But yeah, even I want to share a verse that just kind of helped me in that time. It is 1 John chapter 1, 8 and 9. It says, "If we say we have no sin, we deceive ourselves and the truth is not in us. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us our sins and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness." So this verse really helped me, but after making my decision, being in this hard time, I really tried to seek God. I never thought I needed him, and by opening up to a lot of Christian people, I was really pointed to God. I found comfort in him, but also comfort in reading the Bible, started to pray for myself and for other people. I might not have a relationship yet with him because I have a lot of doubts, a lot of unbelief still, but I really hope one day in my life I get to give my life to God and fully trust in him. But even I'm not having a relationship with him yet, I know he's working in my life and I know he has a plan because he brought me to Michigan State. He brought me to this community, which I can actually call my family right now. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have stayed there longer than my freshman fall semester. So I'm just really happy, and even when I go overseas, I will be here for anyone that wants to talk or whatever, and I know I'll always have this community, but I just really wanted to share my story, and it's okay if you're struggling. We're all athletes, we're all human, but just know that the people here around you are there for you because we cannot do it alone. And no one's gonna judge you, especially the people in here not. So, thank you.